across America, incredibly talented artisans are making amazing objects the old-fashioned way, by hand. On this episode of Handcrafted America, these artisans have got me all fired up. In Gardner, Massachusetts, Peter Erickson is one of the last and most respected silversmiths in the country.
It's been done like this since Paul Revere.
Down in the Carolinas, there's a man combining his love for woodworking and his fascination with birds to create aviaries that look like French castles.
100 birds could live in here.
In Oregon, fishing fan Tim Aaron builds incredibly sturdy yet alluring bamboo fly rods. His attention to detail is amazing.
This is not easy.
But hey, fine craftsmanship is never easy.
Give it some muscles.
As you can see, Gardner, Massachusetts is usually known for its chairs. It's also known for its silverware, but not just any silverware. We're talking hand-wrought sterling silver using tools and techniques passed down through generations. And I'm here to meet the last silversmith in Gardner. That is, if I can get down from here. Guys?
Peter Erickson makes sterling silver flatware by hand, a craft that's been handed down in New England since Paul Revere was a Boston silversmith. Using traditional colonial patterns, some seriously old-school tools, and a whole lot of hammers, Peter shapes bars of silver into stunning family heirlooms. The Erickson silver legacy began in 1901 when Arthur Stone, known as the Dean of American Silversmiths, opened a shop in Gardner.
My grandfather, he started with Arthur Stone in 1915 as an apprentice, and he worked for him until 1932 when he went on his own.
After college, Peter got a summer job there helping his grandfather. He fell in love with silversmithing and has been doing it ever since.
These are all
Most
your
of them,
grandpa's tools?
I bought a few over the years, but most of them, 90% are his tools, yes.
Oh my gosh, so how old are these tools?
Well, they've got to be over 100 years old, I would think.
What are we gonna do today?
I'm going to make a spoon, and I'll make a fork and a knife.
So I get to make a silver spoon?
Sure.
Can I put it in my mouth?
Sure.
How do we go about making a spoon?
This is my pattern. This is what I'm going to work to. This is the metal right here.
This is all we start with to make this?
That's right.
What kind
This
of
is called the Chino pattern.
Chino pattern,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not sure where the name came from. My grandfather had it.
Do you create new patterns yourself, or do you use
I haven't. I've
traditional?
used the old traditional colonial patterns is what I'm doing. This is 4.5 inches long. It's a 1/2 inch wide.
Okay.
And it should weigh 1.5 ounces. Each piece before I start, I want to make sure it has the right weight. So that's 1.5 ounces right there.
right.
So we're all set with the metal.
Once the silver is weighed and measured, Peter starts the forging process.
And this is stretching the metal. It's pushing it out.
When the silver gets too hard to shape, Peter softens it by heating it to 1,000 degrees in a process called annealing.
This is the way that it's been done like this since colonial times, since Paul Revere was making silverware.
And you got this contraption from your grandfather?
Right, yeah.
Looks kind of handmade.
Yeah, it is.
How do you know when it's done?
It should turn to a cherry red color. It's about 1,000 degrees. I'm gonna dip this in water,
Okay.
and then it cools right down. It's ready to work with again.
Crazy touching that like that.
It takes 3 more passes of hammering and heating to finish the forging process. So I thought I'd give Peter a break and help out on the next one.
I think that looks great, though.
Look good.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna have to straighten this up a little bit. It's a little crooked.
I see the red. What was the first thing you ever made?
First thing I made from start to finish was a serving spoon.
A serving. Do you still have that?
No, I made that for my grandfather. That was sold.
Your grandpa sold your first thing you ever made?
Yes, he did.
Once the spoon is finally shaped to the pattern, Peter takes out the marks with, you guessed it, another set of hammers. This is called plana-shape. Next, Peter traces the line in the silver around the pattern and then uses a hand file to smooth out the edges of the spoon. Like the hammers, he has a file for everything.
Carry on. What is this?
Is that a mistake?
No, that's a lead hammer.
That's a hammer?
Yes, it is.
In what world is this a hammer?
In my world, it is.
Before we move on, Peter stamps the spoon with the trademark handed down to him by his grandfather, Erickson Sterling Hand Wrought.
That's cool. It's like your signature.
Now I'm going to shape up the bowl. I'm just going to take this and start to tap it into here.
Perfect.
Then I'm gonna, a little bit crooked, but I'm going to put it on a drop hammer now. Now I'm going to put this spoon in the drop hammer. This is going to fit right in here. This one's going right down. Now it's a little straighter.
Now it's perfect. I want to try this thing. What got in here? I think I broke your machine.
I think the leather broke. Yeah.
Ugh, I hope Peter isn't too mad about that strap. It's not every day you get to see one of the last silversmiths in the country make a collection of hand-wrought silverware like Paul Revere.
I like to leave the hammer marks on the back of the bowl. Gives it a little bit more of a sense that it's handmade.
I was feeling pretty confident about my chances to be Peter's next apprentice. I mean, I did a great job hammering and filing, so what could be so hard about using a 100-year-old horse stirrup to lift a giant lead hammer, right? Wrong.
Peter! I broke your strap.
It was a little bit.
How old was this? Was this your grandpa's strap? I'm so sorry.
Let's go this way and try not to break anything else.
Okay, I won't touch anything, I promise. Sorry. Do you know a good leathersmith?
The next step now, I'm gonna hammer on the back of the bowl, and it'll take out any dents that are on the inside of the bowl. Now the last step is just to bend the handle.
Now this is really perfect.
Now we polish. Peter uses 3 different kind of wheels to remove any imperfections. A walrus hide wheel with pumice. That's right, I said walrus hide. A felt wheel with bobbing compound. And finally, a wheel using Triple-E for a bright finish.
I like to leave the hammer marks on the back of the bowl, and this one also on the back of the handle. Gives it a little bit more of a sense that it's handmade.
Okay, Peter, so we have our spoon, but it's a lonely spoon. It needs a fork and a knife.
Okay, now this fork has been forged out and it's shaped up to the shape I need it. So now I want to cut the tines. And I see this little pattern here fits right on the fork.
Right.
And I'm going to just trace on the inside here and it'll tell us where to cut for the tines. Now it's all filing, so we get it down.
Filing again.
Yes, filing again.
We love filing, don't we?
Yes, yes we do. Now I have to file these tines that were just cut into the finished tines, which look like this. And that's going to be done with these files right here.
So how long does this process take you?
So this will take about 45 minutes.
45 minutes
Yes.
to do one fork?
Yep, that's what it is.
And that is why a 6-piece set of the Chino pattern sells for around $1,150.
Okay, Jill, I think the fork is ready now.
Ah, that is gorgeous. Okay, I have my fork. I have my spoon.
I'll show you how the knife is done.
Okay.
To make the knife handle, Peter takes 2 pieces of silver and stamps them using a mold and a drop hammer. He cuts the excess silver from around the handles, anneals them, and then uses another die and a drop hammer to make the final shape.
I have to do this by hand, which I generally don't do because Jill broke my foot strap.
He puts his trademark on one side, and after more filing, we are ready to solder.
So we're gonna put those together.
Put these 2 together, and we'll solder them.
Okay.
And then the blade will be put inside there.
Okay,
So I'm gonna have to wire these together and then we'll solder it.
let's solder.
Okay.
This is like a little mini bowling pin. I did not break that. It was like that.
To prep the knife handle for soldering, Peter boils flux and pours it into the knife handle. Next, he adds some fine silver mesh. Then he paints his trademark and the wires with yellow ochre to protect them from the solder, and he's ready to go.
I'm going to file all the solder off, file the top here a little bit so the blade sits in perfect, and I'll polish it before I put the blade in, and then we're ready to go.
The Chino pattern is just one of the 10 patterns Erickson Silver offers, and that's not including all of the different beautiful serving pieces. And Peter makes every single one of them entirely by hand. Some people might think this wood is flawed.
We want to leave as much of this, the nail holes and the wormholes.
But I'm meeting a craftsman in Charlotte who turns aging wood like this into incredible bird aviaries. What do you do if you have a love for gardening, architecture, and birds? You build big, beautiful birdhouses. Aviaries, of course. Bird and nature lover Sean Weathers has been building homes for birds since he was a kid. Today, his elaborate creations are coveted by bird lovers all over the world. I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina, to check these things out and see how Sean crafts the perfect bird, well, castle. These are not just your average aviaries. I mean, these aviaries are really big. I mean, big. When Sean was a boy, he focused on making little birdhouses out of scrap wood from his father's construction business. Years later, when he bought some pink finches with long tails, he wanted to make sure they had enough room to fly. Sean visited the Biltmore House in Asheville, North Carolina, and was inspired by the French Renaissance architecture. And suddenly, he knew the style he wanted for his aviaries.
This inspired it all, the very first aviary. It was 12 feet tall. Immediately, as I'm building it, people started stopping by, asking what it was, or do I sell them?
Sean was offered thousands of dollars for that first aviary, and his business, now called the Brown Dog Wood Company, was born. Working with scrap wood early on turned Sean into a lifetime devotee of old, beautiful wood. He scours the countryside looking for abandoned buildings and then gets permission to reclaim the materials.
We want to leave as much of this, the nail holes and the wormholes and all of this moss, and incorporate that into the piece that we're going to use it for. Keep all that age and that beauty.
His clients who hire him to create aviaries and other unique furniture demand design, function, and beauty. And Sean delivers.
It's not only beautiful, but they're crafted so well. I know what quality is, and he takes that quality up to the next level for these one-of-a-kind pieces.
Today, he's working on this aviary for a client in Nashville, Tennessee. He's already built the frame.
I mean, like 100 birds could live in here.
I'm going to help him make one of the 4 doors.
So how long does it take you to make one of these aviaries?
Depending on the size, about a week, week and a half.
I think something's
Stripped.
there.
And before we put all the other screws in, we want to make sure that this swings right. Works.
That is beautiful.
Once the frame and door are finished, Sean paints and distresses the wood with a sander. Then he protects the outside of the aviaries with a mixture of beeswax and varnish.
And this is also going to give it an older look, just makes it look beautiful. And then I'll come back with this little brush and make sure we got it all in the grain.
So we're essentially waxing it. Why wax it? Weatherproofing it?
Weatherproof. And it's natural, so it's not harmful to the birds.
Using a jigsaw, Sean creates decorative finials for the top of his aviaries, a nod to the French architecture at the Biltmore estate.
This is what I love. The using your hands part. I get the addiction, and I know why you love this.
You get to see the creative stuff come to life.
Yeah, and is this, have you always worked with your hands in everything you've done? Have you ever had
Always.
another career?
No, this is
No?
it. This is my favorite part as well. Adding all these details of architecture is what sets me apart.
So now, what do we do with these?
These will be painted and distressed,
Okay.
beeswax as well, to match everything else. And at the very end, these will be added
Using a staple gun, we add the screens, which will protect the birds from outside predators and add to the overall aesthetic.
Now this I like. This is my forte.
It turns out, Sean doesn't only use reclaimed wood for his aviaries.
This is the rusted tin that we use for the rooftops.
Right.
These are harvested off of old chicken houses that have fallen in Monroe, out in the country. New stuff would be too shiny and it just wouldn't really go with the style that I'm trying to create.
Sean adds the finials and the inside branches and feed boxes. The aviary is almost ready to be shipped. Staying true to his roots, Sean still makes his small birdhouses, which start at $24. His aviaries cost anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000, depending on the size. Huh, there's some lucky birds.
Isn't it great how Sean turned a boyhood obsession into a lifetime profession? Emphasis on the word pro.
Sometimes the simplest looking objects are the most complicated to make. That's why Tim Aaron in Portland, Oregon takes more than a month to make one of his bamboo fly fishing rods.
And we just keep planing until we...
Can't plane anymore, huh?
I'm here in beautiful Portland, Oregon, and this place is a dream for anybody that likes to play around outside, especially if you like to fish.
Tim Aaron has found a way to combine his love for making things with his boyhood love of fishing. He creates these amazing bamboo fly fishing rods. Tim melds 150-year-old craftsmanship with today's more modern fly rod styles. He apprenticed with a master rod maker for a year. 8 years later, he sells his custom-made pieces around the globe. It all begins with a piece of bamboo.
Bamboo fishing rods to fishermen are like an old Ford Mustang is to a car driver. You're getting something that is old-time craftsmanship, you're having a feeling of the past, and it's nostalgia.
Most rods these days are fiberglass or graphite. You can run them off an assembly line, 100 at a time. A bamboo rod takes a lot more time. There's a few of us out there still making rods the old way.
And how long will a bamboo rod last me?
It'll outlast you. First thing we're gonna do is split this bamboo into about 18 pieces. So that starts with splitting it in half first. So I will...
Oh, wow. That's just gonna split.
We're just gonna
Like
pull
that?
that apart. Now we are gonna take those halves and just keep on splitting them.
Like
There you
that.
go, now you can rip it apart.
Okay.
We just gotta do that about 4 more times.
Today, Tim is working on a 2-piece rod, so he needs 12 evenly split strips.
But now we've got our 6 strips, we can make one section of a rod. So the next step is to make this into a triangle.
Okay, why a triangle?
Well, because we're gonna take 6 of the triangles, glue them together, and that's gonna make our rod, so it's gonna be shaped like a hexagon.
I see.
Do that right over here.
Tim built this beveler himself in order to mill the bamboo strips into a triangular profile.
Next step, get these things into a tapered triangle to make the rod.
What are all these numbers?
The numbers are the thousandths of an inch for every 5 inches down. So I can customize however I want the taper of the rod, exactly.
And why does a fishing rod have to be tapered?
Well, you can imagine trying to cast a broomstick, it wouldn't work very well. So you taper it so that it flexes back and forth and it helps you cast.
The triangular pieces need to be planed into a very thin, smooth surface. Each triangle takes about 20 to 30 minutes to plane, and Tim has to do this to at least 12 pieces per rod.
And we just keep planing until we...
Can't plane anymore, huh?
So we can plane no more until we start hitting the metal. So you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Planing is not easy either. I'm telling you, this looks effortless when you do it, and this is not easy.
No, I'm sure I sharpened that thing before you got here.
We cover the 6 tapered triangles with waterproof glue.
This is what holds the whole thing together.
The pieces are bound together on a binder machine and then dry for 24 hours.
You can see all 6 strips bound together into a hexagon. And this is going to be our finished rod.
perfect little hexagon.
Yep.
The key to Tim's success is his ability to taper the rods to various sizes, based all on his client's needs.
If he wants to fish on a big windy river, then I can make a rod for that.
Okay.
If he wants to fish for big fish, I can make a rod for that. And that's the neat thing about bamboo, is the ability to make it into whatever you want. It's not a one-size-fits-all.
Once the rod pieces are dry and the excess glue is sanded off, it's time to wrap the guides. Tim carefully wraps silk thread around each end of the many fishing guides that are placed along the rod. He starts by hand and then uses a wrapper machine to help the process along. It takes more than 50 hours over the course of a month to make just one rod. Pricing begins at around $1,000 for his most basic model. Tim's attention to detail makes it worth every penny.
I try to get it as close to perfect as I can before it goes out the door.
You're well on your way. Looks pretty perfect to me. Tim likes to try his rods out any chance he can, anywhere he can, and I can't blame him. This is fun.
Every artisan in this episode specializes in centuries-old crafts. Peter Erikson's silversmith work is a tribute to his family, his town, and to early American history. Sean Weathers' aviaries are a nod to French Renaissance architecture, but they're also a stunning homage to the aviary craft tradition that dates back for centuries. Tim Aaron's bamboo fly rods keep the world's oldest sport and survival tradition alive. And all three of these craftsmen are working hard to keep the past in the present.